How do everyone, and welcome back to Turf Moorhouse TV. As you can see, we are back doing another Premier League prediction. And the last one, you guys absolutely loved it. So thank you for the views, over 1.6k views. God, I sound like a certain person. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. If you are new around here, please do hit that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot. We have just got to 300 subscribers. And I am over the moon, happy as a pig in shit. As you can see, that's that's a little spoiler for you. That's me with my top off prior to getting into bed. But anyway, jokes aside, thank you very much for all your support, and it really does mean a lot. So to get those 300 subs is an absolute fantastic achievement. And it's not just down to me, it's down to you guys for tuning in. So the more that comes, the better this is going to get, the better the content's going to get. And I suppose you guys, now that it's got to 300, want me to eat a very, very, very hot chip, which when it comes, it will be done. You will be notified. We will put it out on all our socials. We'll make sure that everybody can be there to tune in. However, your comments at the time may go up on the screen, may not. Depends whether I can talk, whether I'm being sick, whether I've got ice cream in my mouth, whether I've got milk dribbling down my chin. But we'll take it from there. We'll see how it goes in the long run. So, guys, as I say, please do sub to the channel. You can also check us out on podcast platforms. Right above my head up there. Go on, son, get your head on that. As you can see, we are on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. So do check us out on those podcast platforms. As I say, we are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. All you got to do is tap that thing right up there. I've got to remember this stuff soon. Got to remember this stuff. It's not so cross-eyed. It's me, like, but yeah, just at Turf Moorhouse, and you'll find us on all your socials. Just a quick couple of comments. The Missy says, well done on 300 subs. What an achievement. The only way is up, baby. I'm in a good mood tonight. I am in a good mood. So let's have a laugh. Let's have a bit of positivity. And it's going to be an absolute cracker as usual. Chris Welch, evening to yourself, my friend. Hope you're well. Thank you very much. It does mean a lot. So thank you for coming in. Chris is a Carlisle United fan, so don't let that put you off, because Chris is a really nice guy, so don't worry about it. Everybody having a laugh. Tonks, to get 55 titles is an achievement. Hey, he can't help it. He can't help it. We are the people. Get it up your John Arts. Tonks, always with a Rangers agenda. Typical. Well, evening, Dan. Hope you're well, because I'm not. 3-0 Norwich season. Wow. I mean, I saw it at 1-0 when Josh Sargent's finish was done. But wow, 3-0 against Norwich. That's terrible. That is terrible. I suppose we'll see you next season, because we'll be with you there anyway. So don't worry about it, Mela. Do not worry yourself. Gordon Collins, how you doing, GC? Good evening, and no nay never. Correct, my friend. Always good to have the Burnley contingents in the house. And let's see how we get on. Chris says, had Dennis as my fantasy Premier League captain. Dennis is never coming back. To be fair, I did see that, where the fantasy Premier League were showcasing it, weren't they? They were trying to tell you to put Josh King and Emmanuel Dennis in. And a lot of people jumped on it. So we will see how that goes. Anyway, without further ado, let's bring in our guests. And this first one is a very familiar face. A very, very familiar face. Because you see it all the time on here. I mean, he's practically more of a regular than me. It's because of this face why there's 300 subs. So,
hello, Luca. Hey, Luca, how you doing?
Chris, how the devil are you, sir?
I'm very well. Got the bucket here just in case you need to have a piss during the show. Bucket to you.
Oh, it started already.
It might be the other end when you've had that hot chip, chop, whatever it is.
There is always one.
So how are you?
I'm okay.
Nice
not too bad.
At last, you miserable git.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's what we want to do. We want some positivity. which is, I mean, going off
You don't
my
get a lot of that in
predictions.
Burnley at the moment, do you? Really? Let's be honest.
No, we don't. Going off my predictions, especially as well as last week, which we will get into as well. I'm probably not going to have another good week.
I will.
But no, Chris, thanks for coming on again, and tell everybody where they can catch you and where they can find you. And what you've been up to recently.
Channel, I think, actually. Merge our two channels. We could be the Premier League half of the channel, and you could be the Championship half of the channel.
Oh.
At Leicester Till I Die. It would be on the bottom if Dan hadn't hidden everybody's names.
The links are in the description. The links are in the description, people. Don't worry about it.
At Leicester TID on Twitter and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube, check my channel out. Go under latest videos, because there is one is how to cheer up a mate or something it's called. It's the first one on latest videos, and it's Dan in all his glory. You've got to see it.
That'll be coming out quite a lot tonight, I think. It really, really will. No, Chris, thank you very much for coming back. It really does mean a lot.
Sit on that.
I have
You're not even worth two. I could have got two, but I didn't. You're only worth one.
Mate, I've sat on that many a time, so don't worry about it.
I know. It's not milk dripping out your mouth, is it?
Definitely. Kate says, bit bigger than an Oasis bottle, is that? True. The neck on an Oasis bottle's decent, though. It's quite a wide opening on an Oasis bottle, but we won't get into wide openings or anything.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's role reverse this. Kate and a wide opening. She says it's an Oasis bottle. And Gordon says, Meatloaf may be dead. Yeah, obviously, R.I.P. Meatloaf.
My favourite artist.
Yeah, absolute cracking artist. Burnley Arm, we are alongside. Yeah, correct, GC. Well said. So, Chris, thanks, as I said, again for coming on. We also do have another guest who literally the last time I came on, as he said, off camera, he said, I was about 50 subs. I was at about 50 subs. So, Matt, How the devil are you? Chris, I'm nicking your phrase. Copyright that shit before I keep using it.
I'm great, mate. Honestly, it's great to be on. And like you said, the last time I was on here, you was only on 40, 50 subs, whatever it was back then. 300 is an amazing achievement in a short space of time. So first of all, big up and keep subscribing. Don't stop at 300. The next is 400. And I heard, I don't know if this might just be a rumor, he's going to do 2 chips when he gets to 400, aren't you, Dan? I think that's what he told me backstage.
No chance.
No, only joking. But
when he's done his hot chip challenge, whatever it is, everybody unsub him. And they get back to do another one.
Yeah. But no, honestly, great content, and hopefully you can still be doing Premier League content next year. We I don't know what league you're going to be in next year, but hopefully it is whatever league.
They crossed at the minute, but another 2 more games and they open up like that.
Stop talking about Kate, will you? Stop talking about Kate.
Just had me in stitches talking about an Oasis bottle widening up. Jesus. Absolutely in stitches.
Tell me about it. Derek Hutchinson, good evening, Dan. Bad move selling Chris Wood. Yeah, I mean, I thought that to begin with, mate. I really did think it was a bad move to begin with. But now when you look at it, 25 million for a 30-year-old who's only got 3 goals this season. And yet Everton's best player for the last 2 seasons in Luca Dean moves to Villa for the same amount of money. Not being funny, it actually looks...
Are you going to invest that money, though? That's the only problem. Are you going to actually invest it?
Well, apparently we've got irons in the fire. Apparently the board have come out and said we've got irons in the fire, but that's typical boardroom talk, innit? And then it comes to end of transfer deadline day and they're like, oh, we tried everything.
Andy Carroll popped through the door.
Exactly. I won't even take a tea lady called Carol. So we'll see how it goes.
You said that on your 1 minute cameo on Lucas' stream earlier on, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did. Something like that. I said I'd rather have my mate's grandma Carol than Andy Carroll, to be honest.
Yeah.
You got
But
a word
Chris-
in, did you? You actually got a word in on that channel.
A little bit. I mean, you couldn't see me. I was just a voice.
I didn't
the
think
comment
you were
was.
on. I didn't think when I watched it, but hey, what do I know?
Jamie Phillips, Football Chats. Hope you're well, Jamie. Cheers for tuning in. Big up, guys. Hope you're good. We're all good. We're living the dream. It's Friday night. We're living it up. Chris is on the pink gin. Mark's on his energy drinks. I'm sure he's mixing it with some Jägermeister as well, off camera.
Well, just top that up a minute. Bear with me.
Yeah, and I'm on the Cobra tonight. So, well, for now, and then I'll shift on to something else. Derek says, "Do you think you'll stay up?" No, I don't think we will. I don't think we'll stay up. However, am I resigned to us going down? Yes. Am I pissed off with the manner in which we're going down? Of course. But I can accept us going down. So it is what it is. Doug, good evening to you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sure Doug will be in with his usual joke book. He'll be sat there going, "Where's my book? Where's my book? Like, quick.
Done that one last week.
Chris says, "Oh, there's Mark. He's everywhere. He is. He's like shit in a field. Is Mark? He's literally everywhere." Chris says, "I'll stick to Ribena. No problem. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. They've even stopped doing wine in churches and giving you Ribena now. So there's, it's not much difference." Derek says, "I want you to stay up." What time? Hey, Derek, what time do you want to stay up till? And Doug says, "Cheers, Mark."
No worries.
So, Chris, obviously you were in last week with the comical genius laugh that's up there alongside Jimmy Carr for freaky laughs, shall we say. And obviously we did our prediction show last week.
You did.
And
obviously come back again. What the hell am I doing?
That's because you're mad. That's because you're mad, you're bored, you're senile, and you want to be down with the kids. So you do this YouTube thing.
Quite better at it than others, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true. A more experienced head.
That's what Burnley need, isn't it?
That's what I need.
You get too much head, you.
Oh God!
That's why you're dipping out the corner of your mouth.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, last week's results. Here we go. So, obviously, this format.
No, I'm not having this. I'm not having this. I'm not.
As we
I'm
go,
not having this. There's some nepotism going on here.
There definitely isn't. Kate's going to be getting her predictions in if she's awake. I don't know her eyes are shut up in it. However, oh no, they're not. No, they're not. She's still breathing. It's all right. I know you've got a migraine. Don't worry about it, love. Jesus Christ, I'm still here. You don't have to call me migraine.
I was actually getting her excuses in.
Yes, getting her excuses in already.
Got a headache here. Got a headache.
But there we are. There's the leaderboard, and I had a stinker, an absolute shit show last week. So out of 10 games, 2 were called off. So there were 8 to pick at, and I got 2 out of 8, which was absolutely shocking. Next up, we had our guests. So Maisie ended up with 3, and obviously Mark's hoping to extend that and get that a bit higher for the guests.
Yes.
In second, who obviously clearly thinks this is a fix.
It is.
Chris, you should be happy. You're usually like 4th or 5th. Don't worry about it.
No. If somebody can't come on the show, they shouldn't be included in the points board. My
channel, my program, my fucking rules.
Just because she's shagging the guy who's presenting, there's no need to do it at the top. Let's be honest. Is that what it takes to get to the top? Is it shag you?
Too much Oasis, and I don't mean Noel Gallagher.
But
So Chris is in second with 4, and as it says at the top, Kate, what the fridge?
Honestly, she never got 6. She's shagging each other. She's bound to be top. No.
I swear to God, afterwards,
between the pair of you.
Afterwards, I put her results in. And I thought, all right, fair enough. And then as I was counting them, I thought, nah, piss off, no chance. There's absolutely no chance. And then I was just like, what? So I told her about it, and she went, no, oh my God, everyone's going to be fuming.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The FIFA, UEFA, Turf Moorhouse, it's just brown envelopes everywhere, isn't it? Yeah, this is why. I bet she's there now, nailed between your legs, giving you an oasis.
500 subs, and I'll be doing this in Dubai. Derek says Premier League will not be the same without Burnley. Rather Newcastle take a drop. I think with everything that's gone on with Newcastle, everyone would love Newcastle to drop. And as Kate says, I don't touch Daniel with a barge pole, Chris. You've got it all wrong. And she's got a point. She doesn't.
You told me he wasn't that big, barge pole. That's extending it a little bit, isn't it? You said a chipolata before.
Cocktail sausage.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, and that's with the ends bitten off.
Yeah.
That's with the ends bitten off. No, guys, obviously, thank you for tuning in today and coming on. It really is nice of you both to give up your time on a Friday night.
She's got to come on the camera.
She won't come on camera. She won't come on camera.
Included in the thing. Then we don't know. We don't know that we don't see her or hear her predictions. How do we know that
she put them in the comments. She put them in the comments.
Yeah, right.
She did.
And then she put us all off by talking about you pissing in the corner of the room. So none of us were taking any notice of her comments.
And the dropping of the phone.
Yeah.
And the sound of his floppy bits. Forget that.
Oh,
and this is before a drink.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, tell me about it. I don't need a drink to make an absolute dick of myself. Don't worry about that.
Well, we noticed that.
I'm not being blamed for the inappropriateness tonight.
Easy for you to say.
That's a bloody big word, isn't it?
But that came up on spell check.
I bet that one came up on spell check. That's the humour. Nope. Like a swinging brick in it, love. I'm not on about my floppy bits. I'm on about your heart.
I thought you said your arse then for a minute.
No.
I'll put it one way. I'll be up sofa tonight if that were the case.
Yeah. You know, she's definitely having a migraine later, isn't she?
So, that's the first. You know what I never did, Mike? Tell people where they can find you and what you do on YouTube and your channel.
how I can keep to some sort of seriousness after all that. Bloody hell. Mike Green on YouTube. Yeah, don't really use Twitter, but it's Mike Green 2K20. I think it is, whatever it is. I don't really. It was just random numbers put together, to be truthfully honest, like that user 5678 rubbish. So yeah, you can find me on that. Yeah, just subscribe if you want to. Don't have to, but it's a load of rubbish like this. Just talk like rubbish.
How's the darts going? How's the darts stuff going?
Yeah, that's going quite well. Yeah, there's another one on tomorrow. Chris doesn't see the point still, but it is what it is.
You were playing somebody at darts that you were on. Your camera was showing a dartboard, so we could see what you're scoring. The other guy, it was just an avatar. He could have been scoring anything.
In all fairness to the person I was playing, there's some that has cheated over the past. You could just tell that when they've got like 50 and they hit the bullseye first dart, that's a bit suspicious. But when I play Chris, I know it's I was just about to big him up. Actually, yeah, Chris is a massive cheater, to be fair. No. When I play Chris, I know everything he throws is.
Oh, was it Chris you were playing? Was it?
Yeah. So when I play him, I know. When I play darts against him, I'll quickly rephrase that. Is a lot more legit. Oh, I don't want to
Like
get
I say,
anything.
if you go back far enough, when the Daily Mirror had their TV channel, when satellite first
Not this
started,
again.
we had naked darts, or topless darts, sorry. And I don't mean you and Dan. It was Kate.
Still don't see the point of that, though.
Hey, no, 2 points there.
I was stood in corner with my topless dart out.
You know, I played darts against a nun once. Yeah,
Well, where are you going with this?
This nun, she challenged me to a game. Well, first one, 20. I thought, that's all right. Second one, treble 20. Oh, that's good. Third one, hit the wire, bounced off, hit the nun right between the eyes and killed her. The guy said, 1 nun dead and 80.
Just as bad as Uncle Ben's No More Mr. Rice guy.
Yeah. Come on, that was it. I built that one up. Come on. That was
Kate says, Mrs. Riley, Chris.
Hello, Mrs. Riley.
Oh.
To be fair, I did have something for you, Chris, but I am going to save it just in case.
Are you? I tell you what, Mrs. Riley's bullseye always got me dart.
Oh, there's always.
Does anybody actually know that Mrs. Riley is actually Dan's mum? I could just say that.
Yeah. We are that childish that no matter what, we still resort to the your mum jokes, as you can see.
Do you remember that on the old BlackBerry? Yo mama jokes or something on the old BlackBerry that used to get like 5-10 years ago.
Oh, good old BBM.
Yeah. What's your BBM pin? Oh,
who had a BlackBerry? Go on, hands up. Who had a BlackBerry? Yeah. It was so cool at the time, wasn't it? It was the phone.
Yeah. Bloody keyboard on the bottom of a phone, full on keyboard, but
yeah.
While we were there, on BBM, Chris was sat at home watching BDSM.
Tell you what, you could be able to get your 5 minutes free view on Freeview, but those channels have gone now. But if you're clever enough, you recorded all the 5-minute free views, and you got an hour-long show after a while.
So that's how you do your YouTube.
Yep, television tips number 360. There we go. That's what you do. And I'm still not pissing in the corner.
Elton Wellesby must have taught you some tricks from his BBC days or something. But no, obviously we are here to talk football, and obviously there's. No, I think
20 minutes in and we haven't started yet.
It's fun. It's fun.
This is going to be a rich show, isn't it? It's going on about 2.5 hours.
It's fine, Chris.
Yeah, Nippons. Yeah.
4 hours.
God, honestly, I don't think I've had shits that long, to be fair, and that's cutting it fine. Speaking of cutting it fine,
there was no room in the corner of the room. Oh Lord. Oh, this is going to be great.
So there is 9 games to go at this weekend. 9 games to go at. And obviously there's the 12:30 kickoff this weekend. First up, we have Everton against Aston Villa. Mark, I'll come to you first. How do you see the game panning out?
Oh, it's an interesting one. Last week I would have said comfortable Villa 2-3-0 win. But, Duncan Ferguson has come in now. Sorry. No, I don't know. But yeah, so pre-Duncan Ferguson, I would have said 2-3-0 Villa. Yeah, that's the tip. Yeah.
You don't.
But no. Yeah, I did tell you, and Dan, to be fair. But yeah, this Everton side, the new manager bounce. Not just the new manager, Duncan Ferguson, who done very good the last time he was in interim charge, getting a point away at Man United, beating Chelsea, I think, 3-1 at home. Goodison. So I'm generally going to say Everton for this one. I'm going to go 2-1 Everton. The fans are going to be behind them. They're going to be behind Big Dunk. And I know it's an interim, like Kate said. They don't actually have a full-time manager. But I said this to someone earlier. They should just give him the full-time job. He has the passion for Everton. He loves Everton Football Club. They don't want someone like an Ancelotti or Benitez. They've already tried the big manager, sort of approach, and it's just not worked. Yes, an ex-player has gone wrong, i.e. Man United, Chelsea. But no, I'd generally give it to him full time. I'm going to go Everton 2, Villa 1. 2-1 Everton.
Oof. So you're going for an Everton win.
Yeah.
Christopher, how do you see this game going? I mean, Villa have played pretty well under Gerrard. I mean, okay, in terms of results, not so great, but the way they play in, the way they take in teams and getting results, I mean, the 2-2 against Man United, surely that'll spur him on in this game, won't it? Sorry, Mike.
No worries.
Well, you know, one thing I learned speaking to Dan so
Perfect timing.
Yeah, is the saying, you can't polish a turd. And at the moment, Everton are a turd. I'm sorry. They have got a squad built up over the last few years. They spent a fortune on it. And that they're playing rubbish. I know Duncan Ferguson can come in, but you know, he's been given he's been caretaker 3 times. Whether he actually wants the big job or not, I don't know. And it's not always good, you know, having a manager who loves the club that much. I mean, it didn't work with John Carver at Newcastle, Ollie at Man United. Sorry,
Alan
Mike.
Shearer.
Yeah,
Alan Shearer.
Yeah. So
Lampard.
you know, yeah, exactly. You can go on. So it's not always going to be a good thing. But I'm sorry, Everton are just literally the shit at the moment, and I've got it as a Villa. Are we doing actual scores or just who's winning?
You can give a score, but whatever you go for, I'll put it down as a home, away, or draw.
No, got it. I've got this as a Villa.
You've got yourself a Villa. Bloody hell! That disability money must be paying out nicely.
Yes, it is.
No, Chris says, anyway, Everton are as relevant as cardboard in recycling bins, so no wonder Norwich beat them. Nah,
love his analogies. Love Chris's analogies. Not Leicester till I die, Chris, even though you've got very good analogies of yourself. But
he's just got very complicated allergies. There's a difference. You know, syphilis isn't really hard to clear up.
You'd know.
The last time he saw Phyllis was in the post office.
That your mum's first name?
Middle. No, I'm with you, Chris. I see the fact that Everton they're just not the side that they once were at all. I know you. Kate just screenshot it, and I'm sure she's going to send that to me, Mum.
She knows. I spoke to her earlier and told her, so she knows.
Oh, you better say my name so I look like I'm there. No, as I say, Chris, I'm with you. I think Villa have enough about them. Everton have been poor this season. As you know, Matt touched on there, no matter what managers have been in, it's not worked out since the days of Koeman and things like that. I know Mashiri's come out, hasn't he, in the past, I think today, and said something about he's putting 100 million cash injection in. However, the last time he did that was under Koeman, and he spent it on Shark, didn't he? So we'll see what happens.
You've got the money, but you've got to buy the right players.
Exactly. And for me, I'm with you. I'm with you, Chris. I'm going to go for Villa on that one. The next one, this is going to make for a tough game. The home side, usually good at home. The away side on a bit of a run at the moment. Brentford Wolves, how do you see that one going, Mike?
I made quite a few interesting notes about this. Wolves have only scored 17 goals this season, only conceded 15. So, you know, if you look at their games, it's 1-0, it's 0-0. Not really any, you know, high-scoring games. And like you said, Brentford are very solid at home. Do tend to score quite a few goals, don't concede many. So it's one of them where it's either going to be Brentford grind this out 1-0 or it's 1-0 either, 1-0 either way, basically. I just don't see there being more than 2 goals in this. I'd like to say Wolves, not because of where they are on the table. I'd like them to lose this game, but I just want to, there's something telling me there's going to be a scrappy game. Brentford, obviously, fans are going to be up for it. They did play very well against Man United in the first 50 minutes, which I'll touch on later on. And they were unlucky to lose. I think as soon as they conceded that first goal, they were done. Wolves, like I said, they're just one of those teams that will just win 1-0 and grind it out. They've only scored 17 goals, and they're up in 8th, I think. So, it's a very good season from Wolves. Bruno Lager didn't expect, or Lag, whatever his name is, didn't expect him to have this sort of season. The long way round, you're just going to say, what's my scoreline prediction? I'm going to go 1-0 Wolves. Just get 1-0, solid away win. Brentford will come close, though.
Not wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So, as you know, good analysis, to be fair. Not a lot of people take notes and are able to do it. It works for Jeff Stelling, it works for Mark Green, put it that way.
He's just a tin pot Mike Green, to be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, he's off soon, so Sky Sports are looking for someone like. Keep at it.
Yeah.
Keep at it, Mike. Chris, how do you see this one? Because, as I say, Brentford, the Brentford Community Stadium, is it? They're pretty decent at home, but Wolves have just got something about them. They like to get on the front foot in games. It's just whether you don't know what Brentford you're going to get from 1 minute to the next, do you?
You can say that about so many teams this season. It's the worst season for predicting that we've had for a long time. Wolves shirt on. No one. How is that a Wolves? Kate, you pissed. How is that a Wolves?
Pissed on Oasis.
Just shows she knows nothing about football. And when she was predicting the score, she was just going, 2-1 sounds all right. 3-0, yeah.
Chris, she's pissed on Oasis.
Yeah, well done, Chris. Well said. You know what? Yeah. Wolves surprised me as well. As I say, it's a really hard season. Anybody can beat anybody, literally. Norwich tonight. Sorry, Mella, but, it is.
Unless you're Man City.
Leicester, Man City. Leicester, Tottenham. Leicester, anybody can beat Leicester. But no, it is one of those seasons. Wolves have surprised me. I thought when they got rid of Nuno, I thought they were such a good mix together. Wolves were made for Nuno. But Lodge has done well since he's come in. Brentford, my favourite of the three that came up to stop up. But it is at Brentford, so I'm going to go for a draw.
Bloody hell, Chris. Copying me. I've literally put mine down prior this time instead of just picking off the back of what you guys said. So this may be a bad omen, Chris, where you decide to drop.
Well, I'm matching what I did on my show, so I'm going to sort of put some continuity in the prediction league. So
fair shout.
I'm doing what I did on my show.
Fair shout. Mark, typical has to be different country, different result every time.
Different
it's the Welsh for you, isn't
it? Hey, we'll have none of that country slander on here, Christopher.
When's the Newport game? When do we predict that? Well, we don't, do we?
You'll be predicting it soon. I'll be able to get Mark on, won't I?
Each other soon.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'll have to get Mark on for 2 games a season. The next one, as I say, I'm with you, Chris, on that. I've gone straight down the middle. I think Brentford at home, a different kettle of fish, but yeah, Wolves. As you said, Mark, there is a chance Wolves can get a result in this, and if they do sneak it 1-0, then fair enough. But I'm going to sit on the fence.
Brentford seem to play better at home against the bigger teams as well. I've noticed against like not Villa, against like Southampton, for example, they seem to not get up for it. The crowd, etc., is just like a normal game where Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, where most of their decent results have been against. Yeah, beat the Arsenal.
I love the way you say Arsenal.
or scum, is that better?
No, it's the emphasis on arse. I love it. Keep it up, mate.
Well, that team are coming up against Burnley, so...
Yeah.
We'll get onto that if it's not called off by the time I get to it, but don't worry about it. The next one, Leeds against Newcastle. Now, this is interesting. At Ellen Road, Leeds have won 2 games on the bounce now. Newcastle need the points. It's dangerous for them at the moment, and they need to start picking them up somewhere. And where better to go than Ellen Road to pick them up?
Well, I'm glad you said Ellen Road, because that's not my name for that stadium. But it's going to be a tight game, this one, between Leeds and Newcastle. Both teams are desperate for points. I know Leeds, I think they're 10 points above the drop, or 10, roughly about 10 points, something like that. So, they're going to they're going to need to, start picking up points. I know it's not as in desperate need as Newcastle. Like you said, they are desperate for points there, Newcastle. But I just see it being one of those games where obviously none of them can defend. Newcastle and I think I picked the start up. Where was it? Leeds are third in the league for the highest conceding, and Newcastle are fourth or third. Leeds have conceded 39, Newcastle 45. So, both teams do concede a lot of goals. I'm going to go for one of a bold prediction. Leeds 3, Newcastle 3.
Ooh, big scoring.
It's just one of them games where you don't expect both teams to score, but they're also both crap defensively. So, yeah, 3-3.
This was a tough one to pick for Kate, I think, because she likes the Geordie accent, but obviously she's a Yorkshire lass at heart. So it was almost a heart over head moment. Was this game for Kate?
Like Oasis.
Do you want to make the spare room up for you, Dan? Because you ain't sleeping.
Yeah, why not? Why not? That's the only chance I'm going to get to pool. Because if I don't get down to pool to you in the spare room, I'll be led in a pool of either my own piss or my own blood by the end of the night.
It's likely to be pissed the way you act, isn't it? Really,
Have you got that ball, Chris?
No.
Bucket.
That's Chris's commode. That's what Chris will sit on after the Leeds Newcastle game, pretend to be Bielsa.
Yeah.
Maisie, how are you? Hope you are well. Thank you for tuning in. If you didn't hear earlier, you did. You were third on the list for the guests when it was through to points. Funnily enough, Kate ended up winning it, and I know Chris will not have it. He will not have it, but however, our rock bottom, which that's fine. I mean, I've been there, done that. I'm technically still wearing the t-shirt. So I'm used to being rock bottom. Look at the league table. Says it all. Derek says 3-0 Leeds. And Maisie, congrats, Dan, on the 300. Well deserved and so much more. Thank you very much, Maisie. Thank you. As I say, all you guys have been absolutely, pivotal to getting me there. Mark sending people over left, right, and centre. What's that say?
And his floppy bits, I think.
New band, Dan and his floppy.
Dan and his floppy bits. It's floppy bits. It sounds like a band, doesn't it?
Says the man who has to use a rubber band just to keep it flaming semi.
What can I say? God. What can I say?
Rubber band man.
Sorry if you're watching, Luca.
But no, thanks, Maisie. Thank you very much. Leeds to win. Chris says Newcastle need to spend wisely in this window. I feel they are gone. Maisie said there, how many did I get right? As I say, you got 3. I got out of the 8 games, because 2 were called off out of the 10 we went through. You got 3, I got 2, Chris got 4, and Kate got 6, would you believe it? So, to be fair, where is it? She actually wrote all the predictions down as we were doing the show. So, she wrote the scores, and I just went for it. So, it is what it is. But yeah, you got 3, so you were better than me anyway, which isn't really that.
I knew
difficult.
something else was coming up.
Oh, I know. It's so he remembers to write, because he's at that age now where he either writes to people.
I'm not at that age where I piss in the corner, though, am I?
I was sleepwalking, you prick.
Or that age where when I get my bits out, they make a noise. Bloody nepotism. That's what it
It's
is.
just, listen, it happens. It's the thud as it hits the floor and it unravels
Oh,
itself.
God. Oh,
Don't
like-
worry about it.
What, that
Who
bad?
used to present Countdown? What was he called?
Who?
Who used to present Countdown? Oh no, Jimmy Carr does it, doesn't he? On
Jimmy Carr does it now, yeah. We 8 out of 10 cats.
It's like Jimmy Carr bloody shagging Rachel Riley, the you pair. You shouldn't be allowed. No wonder she wins.
At least technically, then there's 2 people getting their end away in Riley, isn't there?
To me, I remember Riley's being a snooker club.
Yes,
Yeah,
still
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and where I put my snooker cue is nobody's business.
You certainly weren't potting your balls, put it that way.
No, I'm off for the loo. Just let me put the snooker cue there. Thank you.
Chris Waters, to be fair, Mark got a point. Both Leeds and Newcastle's defence are as open as Gemma Collins' legs. The GC, bitches, the GC. Kate says, it'll be blood for sure. Tom Scott, evening. Hope you are well. Rich says, Dan, what's this about? 1, you pissing in the corner of a room. 2, wearing Man United pajamas. 3, S Club 7. If you want it in that order, you'll get it in that order. So, point 1. I slept walked. I woke up. My phone dropped on the floor because I'd fallen asleep with my phone in my hand. I got up, went to the corner of the room, pulled out my bits and was about to piss in the corner until Kate woke me up and said, what are you doing? And I went, I'm going to the toilet. Went to the toilet, came back, going to bed, and I don't remember a thing in the morning. However, I had to explain this thanks to Kate's comment in the previous video. Point 2, wearing Man United pajamas. Well, this one was interesting. This
You
one
look
was
so
just,
happy on that as well.
I just got an S Club 7 album. I'll get copyrighted, you shit. Anyway, the United pajamas was because I was just getting into football and stuff, and Man United were the big dogs at the time, and eventually I found my club, and, you know, Burnley have me out forever.
How long ago was this when Man United were the top dogs?
Going back some years, early 90s. The S Club 7 album, I can't really explain that. It was my sister's. Can I use that one?
No.
No, I'm not
You
joking.
just said you was happy to get it.
It was, man. I don't give a shit. I went to see Steps Live. Steps Live was my first concert. Did they split up the day after? Yes, they did. Did I cry? Yes, I did. Who cares? We all have a little bit of a cheese fest in there. I mean, you only have to stand 20 meters away from Chris and you can smell it. Chris Welch says, wouldn't go as far as 3-3, but that's Mark or Nack, whichever. You're a brand now.
I was going to say, you can't be saying that about Nike. They got some good sponsorship deals. They're not going to go for a 3-3. they want to sell their stuff. They don't want to give it away for free.
Maisie says, least I got one more than you had. And yeah, exactly. It's not that hard.
Insert that funny laugh.
Chris has already got it on his channel, already set up. Maisie, I will never look at bedroom corners the same ever again. Dan, if you're ever streaming, you're best keeping away from your bedroom corners. I am. That's why I'm sat on the sofa now. Can't trust myself.
Maisie's in that video as well. Maisie's laugh gets a preview in that video as well.
He behaves and goes to the toilet when steaming. Yep. See, I don't just iron, I steam as well because I am very, such a domestic god in this house, as you could see from the earlier picture. It's just when I'm sleepwalking, I clearly like to piss in corners. I had the last laugh. She thought I weren't sleepwalking one night. I went downstairs, she went to have a yogurt in the morning, realised I pissed in a Muller corner. That's fine. I'll take that.
What flavour is this? Vanilla? have a bit of that. I'll save you some apple juice as well.
Guess you'll have to sleep in the bathroom.
Anything got with coming it, eh? Let's be honest.
Yeah, it says prob's best, or maybe attaching a shiwi. Why would I need a shiwi? Or a piss bottle for the bedroom. That is a very good shout. That is a very good shout.
Or just keep, if you don't want to be embarrassed, just keep an empty Pringles box.
Yeah, but all's at wrong end, and if the top comes off.
Oh.
Holes at wrong end. It's the same either end. What are you on about?
No, if you cut an hole at the middle of it and you pretend you're eating popcorn. Have you not seen that on TikTok? They cut an hole at bottom, put it through, and then when Mrs. goes to reach your hand, and she's like, "You dirty man."
I obviously don't watch the dirty ones like you do.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said Pringles.
Chris has got all of his 5 minute clips recorded for his hour session tonight.
This is just a video on its own, isn't it? Really, you know.
Typical. Callum Coyle, yes, lads, and Mark. Oh,
cheers.
You cut me deep, Shrek. You cut me real deep. Kate says the picture were definitely late 90s. You were born early 90s, mid to late 90s. Who gives a shit? No one's putting the time on it. Yo. And Rich says, thanks for clearing that up. And I imagine the pajamas was the most traumatic of the three. Yeah. Definitely. To be fair, I used to love Yap Stam. I thought that guy was an absolute baller. That guy was a beast. So that. Oh my God. You know what the funny thing is? He's playing these, he's loving it, and he's singing along. And it's not even like he doesn't know it. He's actually singing in perfect time with it. He knows the words.
I've got one of those videos
with the lyrics. Yeah, he's got the lyrics on it.
Yeah.
And he's gone onto the settings, changed it to slow the volume, to slow the
Still, I
video.
can't find ways to let you go.
Is that Burnley to the Premier League?
Yeah.
Oh goodness!
I never found the words to say. You're the one I think about each day. Oh, you love this one, didn't you, Dan? This was your favourite.
Rich says it all there. YouTube are going to be knocking on my door.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, all you got to do is they'll say cut it. So you're going to cut all this embarrassment out of your video.
It's pointless. I come on and say hello, welcome to Turf Moor House. That's embarrassing enough.
True.
Maisie says Dan supported Man United as a boy so he could feel how it was to win a trophy. It was. And then I supported Burnley and I didn't realise what a trophy was until I met Kate. Best trophy
an extra 2 points on the prediction league. an extra 2 points on the prediction league now.
Yeah. God, I've thrown up then, sorry.
And Callum says, "Who will win? I was a baby loving Liverpool fan. Then my older brother came along, and now I support Man City, Dan."
Terrible.
That's that's hard. That must be hard. I mean, you know, yeah, just that must be difficult. How could you do that? Go from Liverpool to Man. God, you're like nipping. Like nipping, you'll have a shirt for every team at Premier League. Burn Maisie, I'm sure his bedroom was decked from heart to loin, Man United curtains, wallpaper, a lot.
But I was just meant to say, bloody hell, you're exposing me. I've got a bloody Man United lampshade.
And a prison bed.
Yeah.
Does it still have the handcuffs? Does it still have the handcuffs attached to either side?
Don't judge everybody by yours and Kate's relationship. The only thing is, Kate puts them on herself, and she puts them on her legs.
Yeah, to keep them shut.
She's safe at night.
to keep them shut. Rich says Burnley will survive, by the way. Watford, Newcastle and Norwich going down. Oof, I don't know. Norwich are finding a bit of form right now at the moment, and it could be their saving grace. And Maisie says, I bet Kate. Obviously, Chris, we haven't come to you. Leeds, Newcastle, how do you see this one going?
We did start, and we kind of got distracted a little bit, didn't we?
It's so easy to do. I'm going to have to start putting like a plan in place when I start doing these videos.
That's the worst
why
thing you
it took
can
me
do.
so long to get to 300. Everybody else has just gone from like 100 to like 1.2k, and I'm there like, I've just reached 300. Yay! There might be a reason for it.
Leeds have hit form. They beat Burnley, but then again, who couldn't?
And West Ham.
And then, yeah, exactly. And I mean, that was a surprise, but all credit to them. And Burnley, you needed to win that, Dan. You know, that was Leeds are now 11 points off the bottom three. And, you know, they've still got a couple of games in hand on teams above them. Newcastle, I did say earlier, you can't polish a turd. As much as Eddie Howe's, and I like the guys trying to, I think Newcastle are going to go down, and I think it will do them the world of good because they'll go down. They can get rid of all the dead wood that's in the team, get a new team started. And
is that just Chris? All the dead wood? Is that just Chris?
Chris Deadwood.
So yes, forgot about him. No, this is a Leeds win all day for me.
He's gone for the same as me again.
No! Sake. You did shit last week, so I was going to do shit this week. You're just going along with me because technically I was top and you thought whatever Chris says, I'm going to go for.
To be fair, that's why I picked him first, because I thought that way nobody can say what I'm going for. I can't be influenced by everybody else.
You say what you've gone for first, and then...
Well, yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, we'll just call you Luca.
That's not that bad, is it, Dan?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I'll go on. Just 1 minute, guys, while I have a 3-hour rant with Kate a minute. Just wait there. Just wait there. No, I've told you, this beer's running out. Can you get me a fucking another one? Now?
Does he want beer or Oasis? That is the $1 million question.
She's thinking he wants a fucking slap. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
She knows I'm joking. Look at the smile on her face while she picks chicken out of her teeth.
Right.
She's picking chicken wing out of her teeth.
What was it? Do you remember Harry Hill?
Harry Hill.
Yeah. On one hand, I quite like Ben. On the other hand, I quite like Kate. Fight.
Yeah, they used to have stupid things like a hot dog dressed up and a burger dressed up, and then we've got the hot dog fight. Oh, it's brilliant! I love that.
All you got is some nerd dressed in a Burnley top.
Yeah, one forfeits.
There's always one. Kate says you have 300 because of your personality, laid-back attitude, and off-topic banterous chats. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It works, and I think it gets everyone laughing too. Fair point. I'll take that.
Chris is going to copyright you now on his own stream with his own sound effects.
I'm going to press a button for you.
You don't need to.
There you go.
He's got every possible sound effect.
To be fair, he said to me the other day, he says, I've got a button for you, press the Bert button. And he said, you've not done it for a while, actually. And I thought, oh, I've got one coming. But speaking of which...
He says that most nights when he's in bed with Kate, you know.
I was just about to say, I'm waiting for something. You can just see Chris waiting. He's like...
Yeah, he's like, do I say it? Do I say it? Do I not say it? Oh, shit, I've already said it.
Dan just leaves the door open. It's hard not to walk through.
Not like the Oasis leaves the door open.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of leaks at the back, we go on to Manchester United against West Ham. Now, I'll be totally honest with you.
Harry Maguire.
I'll be totally honest with you. You wanted to know my prediction to start with. I've gone for a West Ham win.
Jake, don't worry, you're not going to be watching. It's nearly 11 o'clock. Your bedtime was 3 hours ago.
Yeah. He keeps challenging me to a quiz, but he's only like 10, isn't he?
Kate says, at least you've got a bird with a Burnley shirt and not just a brick wall wearing a Leicester shirt.
Oh, God.
And Kate's going for Man United, so definitely opposite end of the spectrum. Mike, obviously, I'll come to you being a Man United fan. United have to start picking up points if they want to be considered a top 4 team, don't they?
This is a top 4 battle. I think Arsenal, the drop in form, the sort of mentality drop, I don't think they're in it. I know they're in a position at the moment to be challenging, and they've got not going to, be horrible, but they've got a winnable game this weekend, and Tottenham have got a hard game against inconsistent but also good Chelsea side. So this is the biggest game of the weekend, and we see with Man United so often that it can be one good performance in the match, one bad performance in both halves. I thought we were excellent in that first half against Aston Villa, poor second half. Brentford, it was the polar opposite. We were very bad in that first half. Brentford, if they could finish, it would have been 2-3-0, game over. And like I said, they played well in the second half as well. Anthony Elanga scored that goal and really just killed the game off there from 1-0. I think he was excellent as well. Elanga looks like a really good talent. And then the second goal as well, Mason Greenwood, and then Rashford. I think the Rashford goal was more important than anything else. Get that confidence back, get the smile back on his face. Still don't want to see him start on the weekend, though. I still think it should be Elanga because he hasn't put a foot wrong. I don't think Rashford should warrant coming straight back in. Victor Lindelof as well, feelings go out with Victor. He did get his house burgled when he was playing in a match with his wife and kid in the house on their own. So thoughts and feelings to him. So he's not going to be playing. So
well said.
Yeah. So it is probably going to be Harry Maguire next to Varane. I would prefer it to be Phil Jones. I don't know why in 2022 I'm saying Phil Jones should be the second preferred option at centre back. It's just weird how it's worked out. But yeah, I'd put Phil Jones in there. But it's going to be a difficult game. We've got a very, very good record against West Ham at Old Trafford. I think we've lost. The last time we lost, I think, was 2007 when Carlos Tevez kept them up on the final day. So, like I said, the records go in our favour. The last game from both sides go in our favour. We go away to Brentford, hostile atmosphere, win 3-1. They lose at home to a struggling Leeds. I'm confident. I don't know why, but I'm going to go 2-0. I think we'll win this 2-0. And just as an added prediction, is not going to count, but I'm going to go for Ronaldo with a brace.
Oof.
The criticism he gets is ridiculous in my opinion, but we'll leave that there.
Yeah, I don't think Ronaldo should get any criticism, to be honest. I think for all he's done in football, I think even coming to Man United, he'd have known that it had been a bit of a tough ask with the teammates that he's got. It's not the team that he once was a part of, with Scholes, Giggs, Rooney and Ferdinand, Vidic. He's not got all those big hitters, has he, with him? So it's quite difficult to come to at the moment with the way that Man United are. So, not 2-0 Manchester United. Mark's gone for. Jay says, when's the chip challenge, Dan? It will be in the next week or so. I'm just waiting for it to be delivered.
How do we know that you've not swapped it for Dorito and that it's like a normal?
Don't worry, I wasn't annoyed with you talking about Ronaldo. The bloody sound went. Don't worry, I wasn't thinking bloody hell, he's dissing off Ronaldo. I'm going to jump off now.
So no, it's all right. Chris, you'll know because I won't have took it out the packet.
Oh
Yeah.
I will not have took it out the packet. I'll let people know a couple of days beforehand to give people a chance to obviously.
Mike, I think we need
shift their work patterns and stuff like that.
We need an
unbiased officiator there to wait. They have a Guinness Book of Records.
Go back to Burnley, Chris. You loved Burnley.
Hey, Best thing about Burnley is the leaving sign. Yes.
Yeah.
Best thing about Burnley is when you fucked off. Honestly, the air's less polluted.
Right, the sound is all good, isn't it?
So what?
Yeah, sounds all right.
Yeah.
She did as she was told in the end.
I was going to say something, and I'm glad I didn't. But yeah, I'm glad you got the beer, mate.
Yeah, no, she did it off her own accord. Don't worry, I didn't poke her, prod her, or piss on her up like that.
It's too early for that, isn't it?
Yeah, way too early. Plus, I've had a beer, so it's fine. I don't usually get up and piss after a beer. It's when I'm not. Chris says Man United 2, West Ham 1, unfortunately. Derek says 3-1 Man United. Chris says, shows why Man United are going to be waiting as long as Liverpool to win the league title, doesn't it?
And there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Oh, God.
And speaking of behind the scenes, Chris seems to think you've got Ronaldo posters in your room.
They're not,
the topless ones that is cut out of like a girl mag as well.
Hey, at least he doesn't put pictures up of his head on somebody else's body, as you did at the start.
Well, I don't know what you mean.
What?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I haven't a clue. Not a clue. Somebody else's body. That was somebody else's head.
What, the Oasis?
Yeah, Frank Gallagher instead of Nolo Liam.
Yeah.
So, Chris, Man United, West Ham. West Ham, obviously, trying to stay in the hunt for the top 4. Obviously, keep Man United at bay, keep Spurs out and Arsenal as well. This is sort of a big game for them, isn't it?
Yeah, and talking about Ronaldo, I mean, whether you love him or hate him, he does a hell of a lot for charity, and I think that should be recognised. I mean,
yes,
he's come back and, he's keeping Manchester United afloat, and that's the biggest charity job going, isn't it? So, you've got to admire him.
I frigging love how you got Mark literally like onside going, yeah, brilliant, fair play. Quality, absolute quality.
Like one of our previous managers. I have nothing to say. I'm going to have to watch that later. He just asked me, oh, yeah.
What time is it? This is going to be that's going to be clipped, I'll tell you.
Oh, he reeled you in honestly, that hook, you could see the hook hanging out your cheek here.
I'll take that.
Oh dear. Seriously, Man United, one of the biggest disappointments of this season. I had them down for finishing 4th, I'm not going to lie. And I did say at the start of the season, if they don't win something this season, Solskjaer will be gone. He's gone earlier than that, obviously. I don't know what's happening at Man United. Man United, I've said this many times, they're a huge club. They should be pissing about with interim managers. Whether they're not as good as they were. And I mean, Man United were brilliant under Fergie. Before that, they were average. Since he's gone, they've been average. But it's still Man United. They've got that name. And if they want to go out and get a manager, they should be able to go out and say, we're Man United. We want you. And that guy should say, yeah, I'm coming now. And all this, I just think, I don't know what's going on there. I just don't know what's going on. They are, unfortunately, I'm sorry, Mark, I'm not, but they're just, they're in turmoil. I thought they'd be doing better than this. As Ralph, I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's gone in there and made much of a difference at all.
The thing is with the managers coming in, I'll quickly say this. Whatever manager comes in, I think, I love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a player, so I'm never going to say anything bad about him as a Man United legend. But as a manager, he just did not cut it at all. But I think the managers that come in just have strings on them. Basically, they're told by the hierarchy. Harry Maguire's a fan favorite and a big man in the dressing room. Scott McTominay is the same, and is like, if you don't play these, you're gone, sort of thing. And I do feel like there's that sort of hold over these managers that if you come in and don't play McTominay, Maguire, Rashford, they're the 3 main ones, then you're gone, sort of thing. There's no room for a proper rebuild, which is needed.
I mean, you signed Harry Maguire for 80 million.
Yeah,
he's got to be played. And then Manchester City go and play $1 billion for Jack Grealish, and Pep says he's not good enough at the moment, or I don't want him in this team and playing. So, that's what you want. A manager's going to stand up. So
I would love to see Jones play tomorrow. I would absolutely love it to be Phil Jones next to Varane. But
he did well in that one game that he came on in. I mean, it's only one game.
2 years.
I just think you've swapped one driver for another driver. He's just driving on a different side of the road.
That's exactly what I said. It's the same. It's the same puppet on different strings.
Yeah, and you're more inconsistent than Leicester, and that's saying something this season.
We're inconsistent. No, we're consistently inconsistent.
Yeah. But it is at Old Trafford, and that's a big plus.
Which we're worse at, actually.
you got the fans behind you. I think the problem was that you gave Ollie the job too soon. You took him on until the end of the season on a temporary contract. He came in after Jose. He got the team playing again. He got the players all behind themselves.
Night in Paris, I think.
I just think they gave him the contract too soon. Because as soon as he got the contract, they stopped playing. And your player's going to be sat there going like, oh, hang on, why am I busting the gut for Ralph? He's not going to be managing me next season. Why should I bother? But all that aside, I have actually gone for a draw on this one.
If it was away, I would take it, but it's sort of...
If it was away, it might be a bit harder, but I just think West Ham are on foot. Credit to David Moyes. I thought they'd be back down the bottom having another relegation battle. I'd got the wrong claret and blue, obviously, but
No, Villa are doing not too bad, actually,
Chris. That's true. And the old little claret and blue mini league is doing the worst. But no, I think it's going to be a draw for me, this one.
No, fair shout. I'll move on because there's still 5 games to go at. Obviously, speaking of which, there's the 5:30 kickoff tomorrow evening, and that's Southampton against Man City. For this one, I think it's quite self-explanatory. However, this is the sort of game that Southampton go out and nick points, especially at St Mary's. I don't know how you see this one, Mike.
This year. Yeah, they've already taken points off Man City this year. So, look, I've said on a few streams that I could see the 9-0 happening, but I'm going to have to be. It's a day until the game now, so I'm actually going to put a sensible head on. It's not going to be 9. Yes, Man City are good. Very good, actually, to be honest. Not good, excellent. But Southampton are a different team now under Ralph. I think it's a different Southampton. The one thing I will credit Ralph for is how after 2 9-0 losses that he's gone into that dressing room and brought them players up, because the morale after losing 9-0 twice must be down on the floor. They must be crying in the dressing room like we've just got battered 9-0.
He got rid of the 2 shit defenders to us. That's why he's. But
in the one against Man United at Old Trafford, they actually had a red card after like 40 seconds. That probably, put a major thing in that. So, and I think after both of the 9-0s, they were unbeaten in the games after those both 9-0. So how he's done that was remarkable, and how he's still got a job is remarkable. However, it's Man City, so I'm going to go Southampton 1, Man City 3. 3-1, Man City.
Fair shout. Chris, straight to you. How do you see this one going? I think it's pretty much. I think we're looking at a clean sweep, aren't we? I mean, Man City they're on a run at the moment. I think is it 6 or 7 unbeaten now, something like that.
Certainly the last 5 they are. Yes,
it's more. I think it might be more than that, actually. Yeah.
God knows.
Sure.
God knows. I mean, as you said, though, it's definitely one of them games where, and Southampton have already taken points. Where can they do it again at St Mary's? It's a big ask to do the double over Man City in one season, but they'll have that belief that they can do it. I mean,
absolutely.
Do you think they can do it, Chris? Are you going to watch it since it's only around the corner from where you live?
You said that the other day, and somebody was convinced earlier. You'd convinced Craig you live down on the south coast. There's only one way this is going to go. Man City, the title's theirs, to be totally honest with you. They've got to lose. Yeah, they've got to lose 5 and hope everybody else wins all theirs. And even if they lose 5, you know that the other teams aren't going to win all theirs for the rest of the season. Yeah. I don't know if it'll be another 9-0 or not. There's only good teams can put 9 past Southampton.
Well, so, yeah, you're right there, Chris.
Exactly. You know, we're in a unique club, aren't we? You know, did you do it away? We did ours away, and I was so hoping that you didn't get a 10th goal because we hold the record jointly now.
Yeah, because it was 9-1 for Man United Ipswich, wasn't it? But obviously that was
at home, though. You were at home. Yeah. Did Southampton score against you?
No.
So it was 9-0 again. Yeah. You know. So we know there's 2 of us have got very good teams that we follow here. You know, that know how to score goals. That this is going to. They haven't lost in God knows how long.
What's that now? We're going to lose 9-0 to West Ham. Now you've just jinxed it.
Yeah, this is going to be Man City all the way.
Definitely. Moving on to Sunday's fixtures. Sunday's fixtures are interesting. Now, obviously, just to reiterate, half of these games may get called off yet. We don't know.
Burnley playing Sunday.
Not at the moment. Oh, shit. Yes, sorry. At the moment, they are. However, we'll see. For me, to be fair, it's the next game to discuss, Arsenal-Burnley. So, first and foremost, I've gone like the optimistic Burnley fan that I am, and I've gone straight down the middle as a share of the spoils. However,
60-40 in favour of Burnley. good old Del Boy quote that as we'll share this 60% 40.
Yeah.
I'd say more 51 to 49%. Honestly, it's not much in it. Chris is saying Arsenal 3, Burnley 0. Sorry, hey, there's no need to be sorry, mate. It's all about predictions. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I've gone straight down the middle just on the fact that we've not had a game in a while. And to be fair, I don't know why I'm setting myself up for this, hoping that we do get a point. Any point on the road is a fantastic point. Of course it is. You'll take that no matter what team you are. However, if we're going to get the rusty Burnley that we got against Leeds, this is going to be an absolute shit show. If we get a Burnley that's actually going to fart, losing Chris Wood could be a blessing in disguise. You know, it's one of them things. We don't know how it's going to go. It's all based on optimism and whether we can get the point. But yeah, I've gone slap bang down the middle. And games against Arsenal and Burnley have always been quite interesting. There's been late drama, handball goals. You know, Xhaka loves a red card, and things like that. However, he'll be missing. Obviously, Thomas Partey getting sent off. He'll be missing as well. So Arsenal might call it off yet based on their players. However, we will see what happens. But yeah, Matt, how do you see this one going? Because again, I can understand if you're all going to go Arsenal, because trust me, I'm set up for everybody going against Burnley this season. I'm already used to it.
Well, I'm not going to go Arsenal, and the reason being, well, you've hit 300 subs, so you got to support. No, none of that. No, I'm going 1-0 Burnley.
What are you actually saying there, Kate? I'm divided and want to say draw, but I think Arsenal win. So what are you predicting?
That's just covering all bases, just in whatever.
Yeah, that's a Michael Owen comment, isn't it? That's a Michael Owen prediction.
I think one of the teams might win, or if not, I think it might be a draw. Can't separate them. Michael Owen, 2022.
Who knows? Stick Tarkowski and me up front. Probably make a difference. I'm going to go a big 5-0 Arsenal. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
As I was saying, yeah, I'm going to go 1-0 Burnley. And the reason I'm going to go for this, and, you know, I could just predict this to be PP, to be honest with you, but that's what Dan does.
Yeah, it's got to be a good PP.
But no, in all seriousness, I think Arsenal's morale's going to be down. The fans are annoyed the way they went out of the Carabao Cup, the way they're postponing the games, and not just postponing the games, but the way they're sending all their players out on loan when they're desperate for players. That I've lost all respect for Arsenal at the moment with a lot of stuff that has gone on, especially complaining about not having players fit, yet sending 4 or 5 out on loan. Absolutely ridiculous, to be truthfully honest with you. And I know I'm a Man United fan, so I'm going to have that sort of hatred towards them with the whole Vieira, Roy Keane incident. No, bloody hell. No, never with Arsenal. But yeah, I think they're just going to be so annoyed with losing that game to Liverpool. The morale's going to be down. Partey's not there. Xhaka's not there. Maybe that's a good thing. But, they've got 2 of their sort of senior midfielders out. It's going to be Charlie Patino, which is a youngster, next to Lokonga, which is a youngster. So, they're really desperate for midfielders. Funny, eh? You loan out a midfielder, Maitland-Niles, and you need midfielders. But it is what it is with Arsenal. And it's just one of these games where Burnley, like they've done at Anfield when Barnes scored that penalty, they won't be in the game all 90 minutes. They'll get a penalty or they'll get, a corner, and they'll score from that. 1-0 Burnley.
All I'm going to say is that result actually happened on this very day as well against Liverpool. So,
what can it be on Sunday? On this very day on Sunday?
Hey, you never know. You never know.
Chris, yeah.
However, Chris, obviously, former connections to the town. I've seen pictures of your face in the wanted column. However, I was going to say, yeah, definitely Crown Watch. Face for radio, that lad. However, Chris, your affiliation with Burnley may mean nothing, and I get that. But how do you see this game going?
Well, it's hard, and I've got to say, Dan, it's not just you that hates Arsenal. I think most people hate Arsenal.
That person you have on your channel, Steve,
Steve Linux, he absolutely hates Arsenal. And I actually, Nippon actually asked me the other day, who do I hate most, Arsenal, Tottenham or Chelsea? And I had to actually say it was Arsenal. But then a couple of nights ago, it was Tottenham. But no, it is back to Arsenal now. And I think it's just...
I wonder why that was, Chris.
I don't know why, but we'll come on to that next, I'm sure. But I just think it's the fans. They're so deluded. It's like,
absolutely.
It's taken Liverpool 30 years to go from being the Man United of their day, if you like, or the Man City of the day now, to winning the Premier League again. You've only been bad for a season and a bit, but to them, they've got every right to be where they are and in the top 4 and etc. And they don't want the Europa Conference because it's below them. They want to be in the Champions League. Well, guess what? You're not in anything because you're shit at the moment, Arsenal fans. That said, I hate Burnley as well. So what can I say?
No.
It's I mean, I'm sorry, Dan. This is going to be like chopping carrots with the Grim Reaper. You're going to be dicing with death, and dicing with death to get.
Yeah,
that deserves. I think that deserves.
You're gonna have to get them laughs, Chris, when no one laughs to your jokes. Yep. Hey up.
Bring your own crowd. That's what
this is becoming like an episode of Friends.
Yeah, basically turn around
we both hate you, Dan.
Laugh.
What makes you think we're friends? I'm sorry, Dan. I mean, I don't hate Burnley, in all fairness, but you just...
Shit.
Yeah, you are this season. There's no other way of putting it, and I've got
as you said earlier, Chris, you can't polish a turd.
You can't. And
you've tried.
You know what? I hate teams that just manage to stay up season after season after season. Like Wigan did it for ages, They've always finished just above the relegation zone. And I think fuck off and get down and, give somebody else a chance. And after last season, that's kind of you, Dan. I'm sorry. But
by this, we can see Chris loves Norwich.
No, I did a show earlier on in the season.
I'm waiting for Kate's comment to come in saying you look like you're wearing a Norwich shirt.
I did a show earlier in the season, and it was with Julian Watts, ex-player, and it was called Norwich. Why? That was just it. Jake's dad. Have you put him to bed and tucked him in?
Yeah, I was going to say tucked him in, read him a bedtime story.
I can't see
Burnley
of old might have got something.
I'm forever blowing bubbles.
Yeah, we can smell them.
Yeah, they're going to get boosted tomorrow.
He's like, yeah, Dad, I know. You bought Michael Jackson's Monkey years back. Can you stop doing that? Stop singing about that. It's wrong.
Oh, Lord.
I've spent too much time with you, Christopher.
No matter how far down we drag it, Dan always seems to drag it that bit further, doesn't he? You know.
Fat chance.
No, I'm going to go for an Arsenal here. Arsenal are inconsistent, but it's at Arsenal. So I'm sorry. The old Burnley might have got a draw away from home, but not this season's Burnley. Sorry, mate.
No, that's fair shout. Fair shout.
Win, Chris.
Sorry, Dan. Mike, sorry.
No, I said the Arsenal fans will be singing we're getting top 4 if they win against Burnley now on Sunday.
Oh, they'll be celebrating it. They'll be doing like what Liverpool did when Klopp celebrated a point and he got all players to hold hands and walk over to fans.
Hey, I tell you why I really hate Arsenal. You know, the season we won it, and Arsenal beat us twice that season. And the second time they beat us, they got a Welbeck header. And in the dressing room after, there was pictures of all the Arsenal fans celebrating and doing all that. And I think, like, you've not won the league, you've only won a game. And we just apparently they just stuck that up in the dressing room for the rest of the season. It was all the incentive they needed. So
finish second.
So that's why I just think Arsenal I hate them, but I've got to say they'll get a win tomorrow, Sunday.
No, fair shout. I mean, that's a nice even split. I think that's the first one we've had where we're all. No, sorry, the United West Ham one is another one where we're all split on each one. Rich, have a safe journey up to Manchester. I know you're not far from Chris. Around,
have a safe journey in Old Trafford, though.
Yeah, that journey that he gets took on for 90 minutes will be interesting. But yeah, it is a nice top 4 clash for you guys. Chris says Arsenal winning games isn't good for AFTV as they don't get views. No, I totally agree with that.
To be honest, in fairness, I have noticed this. Of course
they would be. Of course. I bet you've been scouring YouTube all day, all evening, sorry. But yeah, obviously, well deserved. Josh Sargent took his goal really, really well.
You know
even
what?
though, with the ball being behind him, but yeah, did it finish 3-0?
Yeah. Do you know what? Earlier on in the season, I got let down by 2 or 3 Norwich streams that were supposed to be coming on because I think they were all in hiding because we were so bad. Now they're all coming out the woodwork.
Oh, they're like woodlass, aren't
they? Yeah, they are.
The Canaries are packing.
Anyway, don't get a nosebleed, Norwich fans. That's probably as high as you're going to get all season.
That'll probably be their highest ever league finish, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
17th.
Yeah.
Chris, who better to come to first than yourself?
Oh, I'm loving this one.
Now, this game is a potential banana skin because, as you said, Leicester at the moment and the season they've been having, it's been very, very interesting. They've not been as consistent as they have been. Brighton, however, are, under Graham Potter have been pretty decent. However, are starting to sort of decline. How do you see this game going? Because you need a pick-me-up result after that Spurs game, don't you? Is this the sort of game where you could go out and absolutely thrash Brighton?
This is a top 10 game, this, isn't it? I mean, we're 10th, they're 9th. Do you know what? I mean, if I'm honest, and when you look back, it wasn't the fact that we lost against Spurs, it was the fact of the way we lost. They were Yes. All right, Richard, you've had one good season. Get back in your box. You'll be back down the bottom next season.
Get back in your box of fairy liquid.
Yes. But no, I mean, they battered us in the first half. If they'd got their shooting boots on, they should have been like 4-5-0 up at half time. And if we then finished like we did 6-3 against Man City, we'd have said fine. It was just the way in which we lost. And yes, people have a go at me and go like, "Oh, you're moaning about all the opposing teams on your shows." Well, of course, when I'm doing a post-match show, half an hour after we've just lost a game like that, of course I'm not going to be Spurs are lovely and they deserved it. Of course I'm going to have a dig with them. But for a lot of that game, we were ahead, 2-1 ahead. Spurs didn't take the chances. We did. He'll wait till he's got one that goes on for about 4 hours, Nippon. He'll get you
on one for the Premier League predictions. Sorry.
I mean, I don't buy all this hype about Graham Potter that he's the best English manager since sliced bread. Come back in a couple of seasons when he's won something, and then I'll agree he's a good manager. He's kept Brighton in the league for one season. That's all he's achieved, really. When he does something, I'll praise him. We need to win it. We lost the first game against Brighton. Well, we called them then Brighton and VAR Albion. It was a bit of one of those games. I'm glad we've got this game because I wouldn't have liked to have gone into the international break straight after that defeat the other night. And also, I'm glad that it's a team like Brighton that we're playing, because if you were going out against a Watford or a Burnley, on paper, you'd say, well, Leicester should easily win that. If we're going out against a Man City or a Liverpool, you can say, well, we've lost already. We've got to battle in this one. We've got Amarty back, and this is something I never thought I'd say. We're pleased to get Amarty back.
I think Brad was doing a jump around, wasn't he, when you said that on the post-match reaction that you were getting Amarty back?
But it shows how fortunes change. Last year it was all the best, Richard. Take care, bud.
Cheers, Rich.
Last season he was the Vestergaard, and this season he's the Wes Morgan. That's how bad things are. If I'm honest, Kate's probably got it spot on there, a draw, but I will never go against my team, and I'm going to go for a Leicester win.
No problem. No problem at all.
I've actually gone for 3-1. That's how I got in the actual prediction thing. 3-1.
To be fair, this is the sort of game, Mark, isn't it, where Leicester, after that result, that must have been sickening to take. Like, even being a fly on the wall in the dressing room, you'd have felt like, shit, I don't want to be here because somebody's going to squish the shit out of me just in anger. However, with only seconds to go, to lose those goals in the dying minutes in the fashion that they did, they certainly need a pick-me-up result.
I'll just add on to what I was saying is the way we lost. I mean, Tielemans should have just booted it into the crowd, but he didn't. He tried to pass the ball through. They say size doesn't matter, but had that ball,
was this way going?
Yes. If you'd taken an inch, and I know that means a lot to Dan, but if you'd taken an inch of that ball hitting the post an inch more to the left, it would have come out rather than gone in.
I've taken more than an inch. I've taken more than an inch in my time. Saddle sore is pretty much my middle name.
Bum bum.
Hey.
Oh, cheeky you! But yeah, so it was three of those goals were in off the post. That's the sort of game it was. But they deserved it overall, I've got to say. But we will come back, and we need to come back and get that out of our system.
Yeah, this is the game where Leicester come back with vengeance, in my opinion. I'm saying, as you, Chris, I've gone for Leicester. I think that this is that sort of game where they need a pick-me-up result after that. And this could be a really interesting one for Brighton, because they could go into this thinking, oh, wow, Leicester could be knocked full of confidence. However, this is the game where Brendan Rodgers needs to say, right, tie your boots up, do not give up until that final whistle. And who knows, it could be a heavy defeat for Brighton.
We saw in the post-match interview with Brendan, it's the first time I've seen him show a bit of passion in an interview straight after a game. And he was actually naming players, Vestergaard, 6'7", and as Craig always says, when he jumps, he's 6'2". I mean, he went 6 aerial challenges he made. He didn't win one of them. What the fuck have we bought him for?
Interesting that, because he was decent at Southampton. So
well, he was in the team that got stuffed 9-0 by Leicester and Man United. So
yeah,
it's not necessarily that good. Mark,
how do you see this one going?
Well, I wanted to make a quick reference. It may be gone actually. With how long we've dwindled on that, but Gerrard was gone in 60 seconds. Leicester's result was gone in 80. But anyway, I think this is going to be a very tough game. I know a lot of people know that I rate this manager very, very highly, Graham Potter. He's not going to be on the dugout, or not going to be in the dugout, on the weekends. He's still sort of resting up from COVID. However, he can't face managing his team up against Chris's analysis. He just doesn't want it. But no, with Graham Potter in the dugout, I would have gone with a different result, because I rate that man very highly. What he's done for Brighton, what he's done for Östersunds in Sweden as well.
Oh, I forgot about that. Wow, yes. So he should be next England manager. He's Östersund in Sweden. Brilliant.
He did win a League Cup there. He did win a League Cup there, to be truthfully honest.
Sweden.
And beat Arsenal at the Emirates, not hard. No. But yeah, because it's their sort of assistant manager. I don't know if obviously Graham Potter's going to have a word on the team and stuff like that, but it's different in having your manager on the dugout to sort of contest himself during the game if certain things happen. How do I approach myself here? During, because you can't prepare for in-game stuff, can you? It's just how it happens. So in terms of that, I think that's going to have a major impact. I think Brighton are well set up. I think they've got a good system. Everyone is playing for the system. They're missing Basuma massively, who's currently with AFCON, doing well for Mali as well, or Guinea, one of them. It's going to be a tough game. I think Leicester are still going to be a bit down in the dumps after that, having a lead for 2-1. And like Chris said, Tielemans could have just put his boot through it and maybe none of that would have happened. But it just shows Tielemans in a nutshell, to be fair. He wants to get on the ball. He wants to not play Brexit football and just kick the ball out. He wants to pass through the lines and stuff like that. It's not a dig at you, Dan, I must say, but no. And maybe it would have been a different result, but they did lose the game. That's what the result sheet says. I think they're going to come back stronger. I'm going to go Leicester 2, Brighton 0.
I like that, man.
With Potter, Leicester 1, Brighton 2, I must say. So at least Potter can't lose to Leicester.
They need bloody Harry Potter to get a win Brighton.
The only two games that we've actually backed where all three of us have gone for the same is Manchester City and Leicester.
Weird. Oh, we're gonna lose then, aren't we? Dan's pictures. That's good. That's his prediction record. That means we're gonna lose.
Well,
I'm going for redemption. I'm going for redemption. Speaking of which, this is another tough game that's pretty much going to be difficult to call. If it was at Anfield, you'd have obviously potentially just gone, Liverpool all day long. The fact of being at Selhurst Park, it's been a big game, being against Liverpool. How do you see the Eagles getting on against the Gobsharts? Cop-Arts. Called Cop-Arts, not Gobsharts. Sorry. How do you see it going, Chris?
Me? Okay. I was just looking at what I predicted in my show and realised I hadn't put it in. if this was at Liverpool, you got to have fancied Liverpool. I've got to give credit to Palace and Patrick Vieira. I thought again they'd be struggling this season. A manager that's never managed in the Prem before, not loads of experience. You know, he'd managed in America, but that's like managing in Scotland, isn't it, or Wales? You know, it's like, you know,
we don't even have a professional league, Chris.
But they've done well. They've done well, and this is at Palace, and they've got some good results. Liverpool, you know, even we beat Liverpool. So what does that say? You know, they've still got a few players away at AFCON. I've gone down the middle on this one. I think it'll be a score draw.
Funnily enough, Chris, I've done exactly the same.
Oh, no, for God's sake, man.
That moment on Britain's Got Talent, are you getting all three yeses? And then they have about a 10-minute advert break. Find out after the break.
Says I'm going Palace. Why? Because of no Salah.
Do you know what?
There's no Salah, there's no Mane. If anything, I think Liverpool have pretty much been stronger for it because they've managed to give more people game time. People want to fight. They know they're going to get a good few weeks in them positions. Harvey Elliott's now just come back from injury as well, so he's going to be wanting to stake a claim. However, for me, I either see, as I say, I've gone for a draw just because it's against Liverpool, but I can see Palace probably getting something from this. How about you, Mike?
Look, I'm my debut on the prediction show, so head says you've got to go Liverpool to get as many points, but no, his heart comes before head, unless you've got Oasis. But I'm going to go Crystal Palace in this one. I think Liverpool, like you said, are struggling. Not struggling, bloody hell. That's an Arsenal or Man United term. Sorry, Dan. But no Mane, no Salah, like you said. No Naby Keita as well. I think Thiago's out. They looked in the Arsenal game in midweek. It was a weird game because Arsenal were brilliant for 10 minutes. Sort of run out of steam after 10 minutes, which bewilders me how you can run out of steam after only 10 minutes. That's a League Two job. But, you know, they sort of got it together, Liverpool, in that game, got a 2-0 win. And as soon as they scored the first goal, really, to be fair, they just looked like they were going to blow Arsenal away. It was only 2-0, so, you know, they didn't blow them away, got a place into the final. It was a professional performance by Liverpool in midweek. It's just this type of game that I can see Crystal Palace, Ball. I could see them getting something from this. Vieira's a good manager, like Chris touched on, despite only managing in America, also France as well. With can't remember who Lille maybe or Rennes, someone like that. Right. So yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Palace, just because I think, you know, they've got such a well-oiled system, Palace, the likes of Eze, Elise, Edouard. I don't know if he was playing. I know you mentioned him on your stream the other day, Chris, with Rich from Eagle Eyed.
Yeah.
And they've got a good back line as well. They look stable. It's going to be at Palace. In my opinion, the best fans in the league, Crystal Palace. That home end beyond the goal when the players walk out is dreaded. Is literally the Palace Ultras, I think. So they're going to get behind them. They're going to know this is not the Liverpool. They know this is going to be a weakened Liverpool. And I think they're going to get the job done. 2-1 Palace. But realistically, it could go the other way. But I'm going to go 2-1. I think they have enough to beat Liverpool.
No, fair shout. Fair shout.
They're 11th as well. I didn't realise how high they are. That's why I went and checked before you asked me for my prediction to see where they were in the league. Just touching
the thing is, it's strange with Palace because, as you say, a lot of people tipped them for the drop. You know, a lot of people thought that Patrick Vieira wouldn't get these guys playing. He's come in, he's bought a load of players, he's going to hope that it works. And, you know, good for him, it has. It has. You know, a lot of people thought, and I reckon even some of their fan base probably thought, right, Roy Hodgson's gone, he's been in, he's steadied the ship. Is this where the ship finally sinks? Or is this where we finally set sail and go on an adventure? However, at the moment, currently riding the waves, so why not? I mean, let's see if they can get a result. As you say, this is a big game, and it being at Selhurst Park, you can see Palace probably getting something. However, I thought I wouldn't like to predict because you can't predict the unpredictable with Liverpool. And that's why I went straight down the middle. So the big one.
Actually, talking about Palace, sorry about this. About Palace a second. I don't know if you'll agree with me with this, Dan, but I actually relate this to Burnley. What Palace went through under Hodgson was very much my way or no way sort of thing, which what Burnley are doing with Sean Dyche. If you get someone like a Vieira, someone like that in, do you think, you could change it, bring in more, gifted players, more sort of talented players, to be fair, and players that actually want to play attractive football?
I hope so. I think the owners want to take the club in that route in terms of playing at football a bit more attractive. But it's just a case of, all parties have to be sort of in agreement to it. Because it's all well and good the board saying, okay, well, we've identified this, and this. And Sean Dyche going, well, that's not the type of player I'm after. That's not this. They won't fit into our system. Yada, yada, yada. However, we will see how it goes. For me, as I say, Burnley at the moment, it's a transitional period. If we are transferring into that sort of way of thinking. However, that's why I'm also not that bothered about if we do go down. Of course, I'll be upset, as I said. But that's maybe what we need to then be able to sort of tweak the system, if you get me, and see what we can do. We saw it with Southampton. We saw it with Leeds. They had to drop to League One before they decided to start rebuilding.
We did. Well.
Yeah.
We would. I honestly said we would not be where we were today, having won what we've won, if we hadn't had that season in League One, because we got rid of all the deadwood. We got a new manager in Pearson. He got rid of the deadwood, and he got players in on loan because he knew we weren't going to be down. He was hoping we weren't going to be down there that long. And then the rebuilding started. So it's no bad thing going down.
No.
It's just a short-term effect of going down, isn't it? More than
it's just that going down that's obviously upsetting, and
that's Norwich fans.
Well, something wrong with going down every now and again, is there?
Gotta get that Oasis bottle ready.
Oh God! One day, Chris, I will get her on the show.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Just to watch his arse fall out.
You'll stay backstage.
Yeah, he'll mute himself and then put that piece of paper in front of his camera. However, the big game on Super Sunday. I mean, I say it's the big game. It's banded up by media as the big game. However, Chelsea Spurs come in off the back of obviously a smash and grab. Chelsea probably still out celebrating the fact that they're in a cup final. This one was tough to call. However, I just went on the fact that Tottenham's never say never, and the fact that they didn't die out in that game. Sorry to mention it again, Chris, but the fact that they kept going till the end may spur them on to get a result, which is why I went for Spurs in this one. But I'll come to you first, Chris. Obviously, with recently playing Spurs, how do you see this game panning out?
I mean, Conte's not lost a game since he took over, but at the moment, I just fucking hate Spurs. Chelsea win, end of.
Apart from the cup. Apart from the Carabao Cup.
Short and sweet, Chris. Short and sweet. That were a change. So, Mark, Chelsea Spurs, let's wrap this shit up. Let's wrap this shit up. Chelsea Spurs, say it in and we'll fucking go home.
Yeah, come on, Chelsea.
Well, I won top four, so Chelsea.
Oh, fair enough.
Come on, Chelsea.
That's the shortest prediction we've had all night.
I just don't want Tottenham to. I'm so annoyed they got Conte. Just so annoyed.
The thing is, though, I mean, it's one of them games, isn't it? Where, again, like you said earlier, a heart over head sort of thing, where your heart says Spurs are probably going to do it because they're unbeaten under Conte, but head saying, "Fuck
again,
that."
Back at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Nothing says it's all just Chelsea to win. Nothing hot or head for Tottenham at all. Did you hear about the Tottenham fan that was arrested? This isn't a joke, actually. We have a Tottenham fan that was arrested for spitting in the face of a Leicester steward.
Did you see Lucas Moura took a fan's hat off?
Yes.
I saw that. Yeah, that was quality. Mrs. says Tottenham to win. And Callum says, you know what? He's going to go Spurs to win. So fair shout. I've gone Spurs. See it, upset the apple cart. We'll just see how it goes. But
you only got 2 right last week, Dan. Don't worry. Mike, don't worry, mate.
To be fair, though, Chris. To be fair, you and me have been quite even on a few. Mark's been the one that sort of stuck to his guns and gone different if he wanted to. So this could be an interesting week. Mark could get this like bob on, and the guests just absolutely romp it.
You just copied me, so you know whatever I get,
we're watching, Kate.
Yeah, I'm going to watch this back after the weekend. I'm going to watch this back.
I can mention them so they know.
Kate said.
Just to clarify, obviously Kate's had her predictions in.
You can't say anything.
Oh, carry on.
Oh, I will. Don't worry about it.
Which one? Camping?
And as we walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Is that just Birdie's local?
Yeah, that's his name. Not Kit.
That's what Turf Moor used to be called. The Valley of the Death. These days they call it the Happy Place, but years ago it was the Valley of the Death.
Kate's gone for an Everton win. She's gone for a Wolves win.
Actually, I went for a 3-0 Norwich, by the way, so jot that down.
She also went for Leeds, of course she did.
Hey up.
Man United, West Ham, she went for Man United. Then she went for Man City, which were a clean sweep across the board. Then she went for Arsenal. She backed against Burnley, scumbag. She went for Leeds, though, didn't she? Funny that.
All by myself.
Leicester Brighton, she went for a draw. Liverpool Palace, she went for a draw as well. Same as me and you, Chris. And Chelsea Spurs, she went with me. Makes a change.
I was just about to say, is that the only time?
Yeah, that's the only time she's been with me. So yeah, Kate's predictions are in. They have been in the chat all night as well, just to clarify, so Chris can't kick up a fucking stink next week. But we'll see how them games go. Obviously,
he's going to watch this stream back. Chris is going to watch this stream back.
He is. He's literally going to watch it like a horse, which I'm not fussed because the watch hours go up, so I'll take that.
You can watch it at double speed, but
does it count?
That's normal for the bottom of the league.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all right.
It's like when you watch Burnley, you think it's normal speed, but it seems to take 3 hours for a game to be played.
That yours, Chris?
It's been a while. It has
been a while. I tried not to overuse it tonight, so I thought I'll use it at the start. I'll use it at the end.
It's only because I can't bring any pictures up on here. You're getting away with it.
For now. For now. No, obviously, thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys, everybody, getting your comments in. It's been an absolute blast. Hope we've brightened up your Friday night with a bit of banter, a bit of predictions, and a bit of football chat amongst it all.
To Mrs. Riley.
I'm hoping Brighton live up my weekend.
Honestly, after listening to you two, I'm going to pop 12 of these. Finish the rest of my beer. Ibuprofen.
Oh,
just
sorry.
saying it in your language.
Well, that's what it says on the box. I do. Don't bother tonight, mate, because she's not having you in the bedroom.
I didn't think you invited Luca and Nippon on tonight.
You'll still be going on.
Now on 305 subs. So thank you everybody for your support. Absolutely amazing. Let's keep going.
Does that mean you have to do an extra 5 chips because you're 5 over 300, Dan?
The thing is, right, I'll do this chip, and I've already got something in the pipeline for the next challenge, which I'm undecided whether to think at 500 or at 750.
500, and I wanted to do the Mentos.
I'm thinking it, but I'm thinking of doing it for charity as well. So we'll see.
Are you doing it for Burnley?
You got me with that one earlier, Chris, about Man United.
I know. Oh, is that good? I used it twice.
No, man,
it's great. It's great. Typical. You're the sort of guy that would turn a condom inside out, Chris. That's how you'll use it twice.
Hey, don't forget my my old Leicester Till I Die merchandise condoms here.
Some people won't be able to find 2 people to do it twice with.
I'm biting my lip here. You know that, Mike, don't you? I'm biting my lip here with you coming from Wales.
Because you know why he's biting his lip? Because you turn him on. It's like that. That's why. Oh, he loves it. He loves it. No, honestly, guys, it's been absolutely amazing having you in.
Yeah, I'd say it's been amazing being on, but it hasn't.
Of course it hasn't. Of course it hasn't.
We should start arguing now, Mike. You know, we should take over the show and just argue. We're going to be different or Luca in this role play.
No, honestly, thank you guys for doing what you're doing, helping me out, helping me grow. First and foremost, I want to just shout out you two guys, because you two guys have been a massive help for me starting this channel from the beginning. Yeah, I know, Chris. Sorry.
Chris, but no, have we started?
Matt, you sent a lot of people over, got me to that 100 point and stuff like that, and you really helped me grow from there and things like that. Really helped me out massively and grow as a person, not just as a channel. So thank you very much for the support and the love and everything. Chris, put the bucket down, Flower. However, Chris, as much of a piss take as you have always been, you have also been, as I say, not just a father figure to me, but, you know, a brother.
If you were my son, I'd have drowned you at birth.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be water birth. End by birth.
No, probably I say not. Wouldn't waste the water. I'd probably just strangled him.
Nah, true. You'd probably still drink the water afterwards.
Oh, God.
Dirty old bastard. Dirty old bastard. That's one thing I love about Yorkshire, Sean Bean's accent. You dirty bastard. You filthy, dirty bastard.
Who was that?
Sean Bean.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise. I was waiting for you to start.
My name's Chris and I'm on the green tea.
Hey up, he's on the vodka.
I'm off for a shit in a line. See you later. No,
that's Luca when he opens his gob. Oh, goodness.
Did he just say that?
We are still live. We are still live, people. No, I'm only joking. We are. Anyway, no, thank you both of you. As I say, you've really helped me out and grow. So thank you. Right. And thank you for putting a smile on my face as well, because it's been needed. So thank you very much. Thank you to everybody in the comments. Thank you, everyone who has supported and showed the channel some support. Keep that going. The content will get better the more that the channel grows. and we will be doing more things. We will eventually start doing some giveaways as well. That's something that I've been looking at potentially doing in the pipeline. So I will sign a pair. That's it. There's too many stories about me now. I'm going to have to do like Robbie Blake when he wore them Bad Beat Bob underpants and celebrated. I'm going to have to start selling like piss-stained underwear, aren't I, with my name on it or something.
Celebrate with your S Club 7.
Signed S Club 7 album. However, it's been an absolute blast having you two guys on, as always. Always a laugh. And
can I just ask one last question, Dan? You know,
go on.
All football teams, when they walk out onto the serious question, all football teams, when they walk out,
I can never take you seriously, Chris. Let alone serious question.
No, when football teams walk out, they usually walk out. Do we walk out to like the Foxes?
Mark, when were you a dad?
And did Burnley, when they walk out, do they walk out to The Only Way Is Up?
Hey.
Wow. Man United come out to Stones and Roses, I think. do. Yeah,
they do, yeah. Typical Kate. She can't help. As much as she's kept quiet and stopped on the embarrassment, she decides to drop in with one right before the end.
Now we know what the Oasis is for. It wasn't for the neck on it.
Exactly. It's not all about the neck. I mean, I should know. I've got 4 of them.
Adds to the flavour, though, doesn't it? You know.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure, as always. Mike,
we need to bloody watch a game or something with a pint or something like Chris had on his channel. It'd just be bloody hilarious.
If we were to all sit down, do a watch along, or even just sit in a pub and watch a game, I reckon we'd all be just going on pissing ourselves laughing.
I'm doing a watch along in a couple of weeks.
Hey, what are you watching?
Man United, I nearly said then. It's probably because they're always on telly. Leicester versus...
Well, with a big revenue earners.
Yeah. Leicester versus Nottingham Forest FA Cup.
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I swear they beat someone in the last round, Nottingham Forest. Can't quite put my hand to it. Might have been
some team that apparently, if to use Arsenal's phraseology to Leicester, I think you could say Arsenal bottled it, didn't they?
I think they did.
Old bottle jobs.
But it's on the BBC because I have the Fire Stick, so I can't get it. I don't subscribe.
What was that? Cystic fibrosis.
What?
Cystic fibrosis, another condition, Chris. When did they tell you that?
My sister's got that.
I love how you're going to try and get me to crack. I won't crack.
No, whatever.
It's there. You tickle him under the chin or hold a buttercup underneath it. It'll tell you he's a lying bastard. He's doing well. He's doing well, isn't it? Oh, there he goes. Callum says, Mike, beat Arsenal, lad.
I think so. Is he backstage?
No. He's doing well. He's doing well. He's keeping this up. Fair play to him.
I'm waiting for the pun. Waiting for the punchline.
Oh, that'll be me. All you guys watching, are we waiting for Chris to come back?
Yes.
Yeah, this live will be going on for a few hours then.
This is like the Tottenham comeback, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Right late on. Come on, Christopher. Come back in.
Come back, Christopher. God, don't give up the bloody day job, mate.
It is what it is. I know full well he'll be back eventually. He always comes back. Oh, there you go, Chris. There's one for you. There's another one for you.
It's like bloody Norwich. You can't get rid of him. You can't get rid of him. Just keep bouncing back.
Oh, here we are. And Callum says, you said, who did Forest beat? It was Arsenal, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's what we were saying. That's exactly what we were saying. Well, I don't know what Chris is doing. He's certainly keeping up the charade that he's playing. I will tell you that.
You can't wait for him to come on. He's going to come on.
He won't. He will sit by his guns because that's the sort of filthy old goat that he is.
ask him to shout his channel out.
Yeah, go on, Chris. Shout your channel out. Come on. Come and shout your channel out. Come and do your bit for charity. Come on.
No, not Man United.
He'll be sat watching. He's
just sat there. Is he going to come back?
And what Chris is doing, having a number 2. That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Every time I finish a feed with Chris, he's literally like, we're chatting, and he's like, right, I'm off, I need a shit. So
he's just waiting for the Nottingham Forest badge.
That's what it is. Leicester are shit.
Great
Leicester.
comeback.
He won't come back. He won't come back. As I say, he's doing pretty well. He's really keeping it up.
I'm just waiting for it.
No, I'm waiting for it.
It's gonna happen.
If that's the case, and I've got it completely wrong, I will hold my hands up.
Yeah, same.
However, this is Chris, and we do not know how to take how things. Chris is just trying to get drama, and I'll tell you what: if it drives my views up, Chris, keep at it, son. Keep at it. Keep up the charade, boy.
Quickly, send your stream, and we'll stream onto my channel. Oh, I want a 50-50 split in this.
Oh, I don't think he's coming back. And if we don't, anyway, Chris's channel is in the link in the description. I know full well he's just taking the piss.
Yeah,
he's definitely taking the piss. However, as I say, Chris's link is in the description. You can obviously go sub to Chris's channel, Leicester Till I Die, on podcast platforms and on Facebook and Twitter and the old Instagram as well. So do show Leicester Till I Die some support as well. I'll do your job, Chris. Don't worry about it. However, Mark, thank you very much for coming on as well. Give a shout out to your channel.
Well, if you are watching this, please subscribe to me just so I can pay for an actual bed, not a prison bed. But no, Mike Green on YouTube, Mike Green 2K20 on Twitter. So drop a follow, drop a sub, all of that good stuff. I want to become a bit more interactive on Twitter. I'm trying to grow that a little bit so I can be more interactive with like football fans in questions and polls and debates and stuff like that. I know YouTube is going good, but I want to try and push Twitter a little bit further forward. To potentially reach 500,000 followers on Twitter. So if you're watching this, drop my Twitter a follow. But yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been serious, comical, scary, but all
definitely towards the end.
Yes. I'm not too sure what is going on, but sure, I will drop him a message, and I'm sure you will do the same very shortly.
I definitely will. However, all links to everybody's channel is in the description. As I've stated, please do go and show your support to Mark and to Chris, both absolute great content creators, should I say, and also doing their own bits, which is absolutely fantastic, and chasing the dream for what they want to achieve with their channel. So keep up doing what you're doing with your darts and stuff, and I'm sure full well it'll all pay off in the end.
Funny enough, there's a player called Fullwell. But yeah, thanks.
You got Fullwell, Leicester got Chilwell. Unlucky.
Fuck all.
We got Burnley don't do well. So
yeah.
Every cloud. However, thanks guys for watching. It's been an absolute classic, as per usual, when Chris and Mark are on. And obviously, Mark, we'll get you on again at some point to do it again. And obviously, we'll discuss everything in terms of the results and things like that. But for now, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for your support. Over 300 now. Let's keep it going. Let's get up to the next 100 mark. Let's keep doing it like that. And eventually, we will climb and we will build. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys again soon. Take care.
Cheers.